What is up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel, and today I'm going to be recapping the previous 2 days of the NBA playoffs, basically the game 2s and game 3s, and let's get into it. So first of all, let's talk about NBA fans. NBA fans are usually good people. They don't mess around, they're not troublemakers, but in the past day, something horrible has happened in the NBA community. First of all, let's talk about the Philadelphia Sixers and Washington Wizards game. The Sixers ended up beating the Wizards pretty easily in that game. Westbrook got injured in that game, and while he was leaving, a fan threw popcorn on him. Come on, man. I mean, he's not a guy for just your entertainment. He's a player, he's a human being. He's playing out there, he's risking his health and body because obviously injuries happen, and that's what happened. And while he's going to the tunnel, you're gonna be stupid enough to throw popcorn at him. First of all, you're wasting food, right? Second of all, you're basically doing assault. I know popcorn didn't hurt him, but that's kind of considered assault because you're throwing something at a person. And again, yes, NBA players are people. They're human beings. You shouldn't throw anything at them. Doesn't matter how much you hate them. Doesn't matter how much they beat your team. Doesn't matter how irritating they are. Just don't do it. Like, you yourself is becoming a bad person. And I think he ended up being, thrown out of the game. Other fans around him said that this guy's the one. So props to those other fans in Philadelphia who said that they pointed him out and all that stuff. And then the Hawks and Knicks game. While Trae Young was inbounding the ball, one Knicks fan spit at him, or that's what it seemed to be like. It was caught in a photo, and it was seen that there was like something like a spit, and he was seen spitting toward Trae Young direction. And like I said earlier, you're basically making yourself worser as a human being by doing this type of stuff. You yourself are looking like an idiot when you do this stuff. I mean, the NBA player is not going to give any crap to what you just did there because they're making millions of dollars playing every single day, and you're there watching them play. Like, think about it. But that was another incident that happened yesterday. And then the Memphis Grizzlies and Utah Jazz game, that was another different thing. The Jazz won game 2. Memphis won the first game, and it looked like they would probably easily win the series, but I actually forgot that Donovan Mitchell wasn't playing. So when he played yesterday, I'm like, oh yeah, Donovan Mitchell is on the team, right? And then, but yeah, let's talk about the fans. So one of the fans started heckling with Ja Morant's father, and Ja Morant actually had 47 points last game, and that was probably his best game of his career. So that fan, he was like saying racist slurs to his dad, and when your son is playing so good, you really don't want to get into that stuff with like talking back to a heckler who's trash talking you and your son's team. But I mean, come on, again, why are you wasting your own life trash talking to a guy who's making millions of dollars out there, who just scored 47 on your team? Come on, that's just stupid. But moving on to actual basketball. Today we saw the Bucks and Heat play, and the Bucks pretty much blew out. They blew out the Heat. They now have a 3-0 lead against the Miami Heat, and they basically just need to win one more game to move on to the second round, which they probably will. Like, in 4 games, they have to win one of them. So they either win the next one. If they don't win the next one, they have to win the second one. If they don't win that, they have to win the third one. If they don't win that, they have to win game 7. And it's just such a low possibility of the Heat coming back from a 3-0 lead, especially in the first round when the Bucks are not even tired as a team because they're coming straight from like a 10-day break from the playoffs, and like because of the play-in tournament, they didn't have to participate in it. And the Heat season is over. Jimmy Butler really underperformed in this series. I mean, they can still come back, like they can win straight 4 games, but that's not gonna happen. Trust me, they won't win 4 straight games against a team that just won 3 straight games against them. It's just too rare. Jimmy Butler and Bam Adebayo both really underperformed, actually. Tyler Hero didn't get much playing time last year. When he did, he performed really well, but the off-court stuff that happened with him and the team, that led to him not getting much playing time. He played in garbage time in today's game. I think they lost by like 29 points. It was 89 to something. And when you're getting blown out like that, especially in a playoff game, you don't deserve to be in the playoffs. Like, you have Jimmy Butler, who's healthy. You have Bam Adebayo healthy. I know earlier, 2 weeks ago, I think, not 2 weeks ago, last week I said that the Miami Heat are not a fluke because they were really close in game 1 and they played really well in that game. Well, my prediction was wrong and they basically are a fluke. They played really horrible in the series, well, the past 2 games. Game 1 was pretty good by them. They could have won it, but Chris Middleton hit the game winner. Yeah, that's it for the Miami Heat series. The game. And then next we had the Lakers and Suns. Yeah, we had the Lakers and Suns today. Lakers won the game. This was the first Staples Center win of the playoffs in it's been a long time. I don't know how many years, but it's been a long time, since the Kobe days. And LeBron had 21 points, 9 assists. Anthony Davis had 34 points. Dennis Schroeder played really well in the minutes that he got, and he had 20 points, I believe. Caldwell Pope was injured, and I think he's going to go through an MRI tomorrow, I believe. Otherwise, this was a really great game. Devin Booker got ejected for shoving Dennis Schroeder, and Dennis Schroeder just started doing push-ups over there, which really cracked me up because that dude literally took a hard fall and he's doing push-ups, and Booker got ejected for that. That's probably the main reason. The Phoenix Suns lost that game, but they were still losing by a lot when he got ejected. Lakers had the control for pretty much the whole game. And the fourth quarter, it got close just a little bit, but then again, you have LeBron and Anthony Davis, and they closed it out perfectly. And then the last game we had today was the Blazers and Denver Nuggets. I'm so used to saying Devin Booker now. Blazers and Denver Nuggets. Austin Rivers didn't do anything in the first 3 quarters. Basically nothing. And then in the last 5 minutes of the fourth quarter, Mans took over. I swear, he literally took over. He hit a 3-pointer with 5 minutes left, I believe, and then everything was normal again. The Nuggets still had the lead, and it was okay, it's a normal 3-pointer by a guy named Austin Rivers, the son of an NBA coach, Doc Rivers. And then he straight hit 3 3-pointers in a row. One from the corner, and then one he was isolating because he was on fire, and then another one to basically close off the game. But again, in the end, with 40 seconds left or something like that, Damian Lillard hit a tough 3-pointer, and the lead was cut down to 6, and then they fouled, obviously, because they couldn't get the steal. And Monte Morris made 2 free throws, and then CJ McCollum hit a 3-pointer with an inbounds pass from Carmelo Anthony. In the end, the Blazers played really well, but in the beginning of the fourth quarter, the Nuggets got the lead, and they didn't lose it since then. So that was basically pretty much the recap of that game. I honestly believe the Blazers can come back from a 2-1 deficit because, again, if they win the next game, then it's even, and they won't have home court advantage, but still, it's going to be even. And, when you have Damian Lillard doing all that stuff, he had 37 points today, I believe. Jokić had 36. McCollum played decent with 22 points. And overall, this was a really good game, and I think the Blazers can come back from this, but you have the league MVP Nikola Jokić on your team. You should move to the second round. So that's all the games, right? From yesterday and today. Yeah, I think that's all the games. So that pretty much wraps it up for today, guys. Thank you guys for watching, and if you enjoyed watching this recap, then make sure to leave a like on the video and subscribe to the channel for more. And until next time, peace out.